The following program is sponsored by BizG87, an art gallery and space in Larchmont for artists and entrepreneurs.
Hello everyone, welcome to LMC Varsity Sports. I'm Rob Moretti here with Tom Sacco here at Manchester Field at Mamaroneck High School, getting ready to start the spring season on LMC Varsity Sports. It's the season opener for the Mamaroneck Tigers baseball team. Tom, they host North Rockland today. Mamaroneck last year going all the way to the section final, trying to get back there once again here in 2019.
Yep, I mean, it's opening day. You know, everyone's all very excited to get back in the swing of things. As you said, they're looking to get back to the sectionals, at least maybe farther. They have a lot of experienced players on their roster coming back this year, so they're definitely looking to improve on their season last year.
One of those experienced players, Isaac Lewis, on the hill today. The big lefty will serve as Mamaroneck's ace this season. Stick around, we've got lineups and first pitch coming up next on LMC Varsity Sports. Welcome back. Welcome into our live audience here on LMC TV. Just about set for the first pitch between Mamaroneck and North Rockland. It'll be Isaac Lewis, the big lefty, on the bump for the Tigers today. We'll give you Tigers in the field as Lewis begins his warm-up tosses. Infield from third to first, Max McLaughlin, Ryan McIntyre, Michael Campbell, Gavin Zanghini. Outfield left to right is Emmett Novick, Ethan Renner, and Michael DeVito. Sophomore Zach Crington is behind the plate, making, I believe, his varsity debut, catching the senior Lewis. First batter for North Rockland will be Brian Brzozowski, their center fielder. Joined by Tom Sacco. Tom, not exactly baseball weather today, I'd say.
Nope, definitely not. I mean, it's pretty sunny and everything, so that's not a problem, but it is definitely a bit cold to be playing baseball, but they're going to have to deal with that. You know, when you hit the ball off the end of the bat and everything in this type of weather, it really doesn't feel too great. The ball doesn't carry as far.
Well, a couple aces going at it too. Sean LaCorey will be pitching for the Red Raiders. He's another left-handed ace, so could be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times in the beginning of the season, the bats aren't really as in shape as they'd like to be. No one's, in their groove yet. It's been a while since they played a live game, so definitely expecting a little bit of a lower scoring game based on that.
That was the final of Lewis's warm-up tosses. Infield converges, so Brzozowski's just about ready into the right-hand batter's box. The rest of the North Rockland lineup will be Jay Pichardo, batting second. Roberto Cruz, also due up this inning. He'll be followed by Jack Wren, Sean LaCorey, Juan Lopez, Noah Cabasa, Nate Guillen, and Michael Riley, rounding it out for the Red Raiders. If you're watching us live, thanks for tuning in. Our first regular season live broadcast on LMC Varsity Sports, and the first pitch is lined to center field where it lands in front of Ethan Renner. A first pitch single for Brian Brzozowski. Tom, you think he was just sitting first pitch fastball?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he was pretty amped up to, first batter of the first game of the season. I think he was just looking for something to hit, and as soon as he got it, swung on and hit it dead on.
So Jay Pichardo steps in. He'll be in left field in the bottom of the inning. And Isaac Lewis in some early trouble. Runner on, nobody out. Just underway here at Manchester Field. Breaking ball missed outside, count 1-0.
First pitch single is definitely a way to get your team up and ready to go as soon as the game starts.
Brzozowski leading off first. Lewis on the ground. It gets through McLaughlin at third and bobbled briefly by Novick, but no further advance. So 3 pitches and 2 hits, both singles hit pretty hard for North Rockland.
And that was definitely a hard hit ball. Bit of a missed opportunity. Had he fielded it, they could have erased both with a double play, but it would have been a tough play either way.
That'll bring up Roberto Cruz. Lefty swinger against the lefty Lewis. Wonder if they might go to the bunt, even though he's the third hitter. He does have the platoon disadvantage.
Yeah, I mean, it is possible, but if it were me, I would let, the third hitter is usually one of your best hitters. I'd let him hit.
2 on, none out here in the top of the first. And that one in the dirt, blocked by Cringdon. Both runners will advance.
Definitely not the way Mamaroneck wanted to start this inning.
So 1-0 count on Cruz, and Lewis having a little trouble getting going here. There's a strike. Second and third, nobody out. If you're North Rockland, you've got to find a way to get at least one of those runs in.
Absolutely. I mean, a sac fly will do it. A number of things will do it.
Slow enough ground ball could do it.
Yeah.
Time called by Cruz at the plate.
And that pass ball was effectively the result of the bunt, except without the out. They definitely caught a break there.
One pitch. Breaking ball missed. Just broke around the zone. Count goes to 2-1. Another breaking ball. That one nips the corner. Two balls, two strikes, 2 men on, nobody out. And the 2-2 from Lewis. Popped up, center field, Renner calling. He makes the catch, runner will tag from third, and he will score. 1-0 North Rockland.
Nope, he did his job. Sac fly got the run in.
Well, if you're Lewis now, runner on second, 1 out, a little bit easier situation to get out of, at least maybe try to hold it to 1 run here.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one in direct threat of scoring as of yet, right now.
Batter is Jack Wren, the cleanup hitter for North Rockland. Missed outside, 1-0. Lewis looks back Pichardo at second. Early start to the baseball season this year. Major League doesn't start till tomorrow, unless you count those 2 games in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, this is March baseball is.
That one fouled off, well out of play.
I'm sure they're hoping for a bit warmer weather to start the season, but unfortunately, this is what we have.
Well, the way it's been the last couple of years, I think they're just happy it's not raining or snowing.
That's true. Last spring, we had a lot of late snow issues and rain issues. Not often you see a baseball game snowed out.
1-1 pitch. 2-1. Another look back to second by Lewis. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Strike 2 on Jack Wren. 2 from Lewis. Missed upstairs, count goes full. So we'll have a payoff pitch here, runner on second, 1 out. Swing and a miss, went to the changeup, and it was a good one for strike 3.
It's definitely important to get that second out. Now he doesn't really have to worry about a sac fly or anything like that, scoring a run, so he can just concentrate on getting this last out.
So in steps Sean LaCorey. He'll be on the bump for North Rockland today. Lefty swinger, lefty thrower, and listed today as a new position in New York high school baseball, the pitcher DH. As that one's in the dirt, Pichardo makes it to third rounds, but Crington able to retrieve the ball. So essentially you can list someone as a pitcher DH, Tom. They pitch, and then if you want to remove them from the game on the mound, they can stay in the lineup as a hitter and they just move to the DH spot, and they're not allowed to go back into the field after that.
I mean, that's definitely good for them. It keeps their arm fresh, and when you just came off a couple innings pitching, you don't want to be put at short or third and be making some long throws immediately. So I think it's a pretty good idea to keep their bat in the game, save their arm.
That one on the ground, into the hole between first and second, through to right field. Pichardo scores on the RBI single by LaCorey, and it's 2-0 North Rockland. So the pitcher DH rule is an option, it's not required. Obviously, you can still take your pitcher out, put him at shortstop if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I mean,
but
a lot
at least
of times
you're not required to put him in the field if you really just want to keep his bat in the lineup, as that's a swing and a miss by Juan Lopez.
And a lot of times in high school, your pitcher is usually one of your better hitters. It's not like majors where they don't hit. So, you definitely want to keep their bat in the game if possible.
0-1 pitch is low. Nice block. So 2-0 North Rockland here in the top of the first. Both runs obviously scoring in this top half. Runner on first is Sean LaCorey with 2 outs. And a 1-1 to Lopez is low, ball 2. That one misses outside to go 3-1 on Lopez. And that's ball 4. So it's a long first inning here for Isaac Lewis.
I have to imagine the cold weather might be contributing a little bit to, the pitching problem. I mean, it's hard to grip the ball the right way, and throwing anywhere in general is always a bit difficult in this type of weather.
So here's Noah Cabasa, 7-hitter and catcher for the Red Raiders. Swing and a miss at the first offering from Lewis. One just missed, and Cabasa just held up. 1-1. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 1-2. So for Lewis, a chance here to get out of a long inning with just a 2 runs surrendered. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. So all told, 2 runs get across for North Rockland. They lead 2-0. Mamaroneck will come to bat against Sean LaCory when we get back on LMC Varsity Sports. Welcome back. North Rockland, after striking for 2, they take the field. Ethan Renner stepping up to the plate for the Tigers to lead things off. He'll be followed by Michael Campbell and Drew Antonelli this inning. And the rest of the Tiger lineup batting 4th, Gavin Zingini, then Max McLaughlin, Zach Crington, Isaac Lewis, Michael DeVito, and Ryan McIntyre. First pitch from LaCory. Renner swinging first pitch, he fouls it off.
Lost track of that for
Yes,
a
Tom,
second.
we're in the blast zone. Keep your head up. 0-1 pitch. On the ground towards first. It's a fair ball, and just easily picking it up to touch first was Guillen for the first out. 3 unassisted.
Both teams coming out swinging immediately. It's both first pitches swung at.
The quicker the game, the quicker you can go inside where it's a little warmer.
That's true.
Here's Michael Campbell. They call him Soup. Pretty obvious why. He swings the first pitch and misses. Oh, 1 from LaCory. Ball 1. Corey working relatively quickly. Ball 2. Inside 3-1. We'll see what LaCory offers up in a hitter's count. Ball 4. So the Tigers have their first base runner.
Both pitchers having a little bit of command trouble early on.
Well, it is opening day, Tom.
Yeah,
so
it's been a while since they were in a real game situation.
I don't know what North Rockland's scrimmage schedule is like, but I know Mamaroneck, it felt like they were playing every other day. So it's not for lack of experience. And the weather was pretty good the last week and a half. So here's Drew Antonelli. After a quick check on Campbell by LaCory, Antonelli serving as a DH today. DHing for Emmett Novick, who is in left field. High school, you can use the DH for any player on the field.
Interesting.
Swing and a miss.
So that would kind of make Novick just a designated fielder, I guess you could say. If he's not batting,
Could
right?
say, yes. Here's the 0-1 from LaCory. Inside ball 1. Gavin Zingini on deck. One pitch. Up the middle, floater, falling, and is it caught? It is! Not able to double him off, but what a catch by Brzozowski out in center field.
And look like that was going to drop in, but he just dove in there and scooped it.
Unfortunate turn of events for the Tigers, but tremendous effort by Brian Brzozowski for out number 2. That'll bring up Gavin Zingini with a runner on first and 2 out. Zingini lines one to deep right. tracking and making the catch is Lopez for out number 3. So not too much difficulty for LaQuarrie in the first. Pitches around a 1-out walk. It's 2-0 North Rockland after 1 full here on LMC Varsity Sports. Welcome back. Top half of the second inning. North Rockland will have 8-9 and 1 due up. Already leading 2-0. First pitch from Lewis is a ball.
It definitely was the way they wanted to start the game last inning. Got a couple runs. Made Isaac Lewis work. Throw a lot of pitches.
Breaking ball just missed. 2-0. Lewis threw, it didn't have a count, but easily at least 20, 25 pitches that first inning. And with the pitch count rules, it can only go so long.
Yep, and definitely don't want to be in pitch count trouble this early on in the game.
2-0 pitch. Ball 3. You don't want to walk the leadoff man, but Nate Guillen is right in position for that. There's a strike. Strike 2. Lewis trying to battle back from 3-0 here.
Yep. It would definitely be in his best interest for a quick inning this time around.
Payoff pitch, swinging a foul tip.
Lewis doing a good job battling back from that 3-0 count. Like
Almost
you said,
went from 3-0 to 3 strikes, you're out. Here's another payoff pitch. Up high, ball 4. Tom, as I mentioned, this is our first regular season live broadcast on LMC Varsity Sports, and we've got our staff back at Mamaroneck Town Center tuning in, including Sunday the dog. If you haven't met Sunday, come by and say hello. She's very friendly. I won't say the T word in case she's listening. They'll have to feed her. Riley squares for a bunt. Lewis thought about second. Throw to first. Pulled him off the bag, and everyone's safe.
definitely turned out better than the Red Raiders could have hoped. Caught a bit of a break there. I thought he might have been able to get him in second, but I guess that moment of indecision is what led to the rush throw and pulling him off the bag at first.
All he needs is that little bit of hesitation. That'll throw the whole play off. So they'll turn the lineup over. Here's Brian Brzozowski. He's had a pretty good day so far early on. Single, run scored, and a highlight reel catch out in center field.
Yep. Definitely starting his season off on the right foot.
Lewis's pitch. Nips the corner for a strike.
And he got that single on the very first pitch of the season.
A little more gunshot the second time out, huh? So Lewis right back in trouble like he was in the first. 2 on, nobody out. Breaking ball just missed, 1-1. No action in the Tiger bullpen. There's someone out there just stretching his arm out, but this one popped foul and out of play. No projectiles being tossed down in the bullpen.
I guess if he gets the double play here and then gets a quick third out, may have preserved this inning. But if he, gets in any more trouble and a couple more guys get on, you're gonna have to start thinking about the bullpen, I guess.
It's a 1-2 count on Brzozowski. 2 on, nobody out, top of the first, with North Rockland leading 2-0. And Lewis steps off. Peter Jacob Ferraro in the bullpen. He has tossed a projectile now. That one's ripped toward third down the line, fair ball. At least one run is going to score for North Rockland. It will be just the one. An RBI single for Brian Brzozowski, and it's 3-0 Red Raiders.
It's another hard hit single for Brzozowski.
So up steps Jay Pichardo. He singled and scored a run back in the first. First pitch, swing and a miss.
And that single was just out of the reach of the third baseman. It would have been a great play had he been able to get it, but went right over the bag.
Lewis checks on the runner at second, Michael Riley. Here's the 0-1. Shows bunt. It's down in fair territory. Lewis field. Throw to first. Off the bag, and everyone's safe.
And that's twice now they've sacrificed bunted and been safe both times.
That one much closer, but Campbell having trouble finding the bag and the ball at the same time. And Coach Mike Schiaparelli quickly out. I don't think he was checking on Lewis. I think he was talking to the umpire. I don't know if he loved the call, but it's a tough call, cloud of dust.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure that I thought he had the ball when his foot was on the bag. So regardless, they're not going to change the call. Bases are loaded now with nobody out.
Not a good situation to be in.
Ferraro continuing to warm up in the Tiger bullpen. This is Roberto Cruz, the 3-hitter up to the plate. And that's a strike.
He got a sac fly last time around, so he'll be looking for another RBI opportunity here.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. And that, Tom, was a grand slam swing.
Yep. He was definitely swinging for the fences there. I mean, and why not?
A typical swing really hard, pull your head out, miss the ball. Doesn't work that well, does it? Here's the 0-2. Tries to go oppo, it will land foul. So tough when you face a lefty that has a good breaking ball like Lewis to go left on left and keep your head in there.
Yeah, I mean, especially in high school when there's not as many lefty pitches as you'd see in the pros. It's, you know, it's not something they see all the time, the ball coming at you in that way.
Another 0-2. Tapped foul. What this does do is it drives up Lewis's pitch count.
Yep, and there's, you know, still nobody out, so.
A second long inning to begin the season. Count is still 0-2 on Cruz. And Lewis could really use a strikeout here. Fouled off. That's out of play.
Cruz doing a good job of fighting off the pitches, you know, wait until he gets one to drive.
It's so interesting the way that the baseball field is set here at Mamaroneck High School. It's surrounded by the school building. So I can't even imagine what those windows are made of, but they do take a pounding during the baseball season.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, especially, you know, down the third and first baseline, some errant balls definitely getting, there's a lot of windows here too.
Another 0-2, he lays off, it's ball one.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
One-two pitch, popped up left field. Behind third. McLaughlin in front of the Tiger dugout. he's able to put away for the first out. And in comes Mike Schiaparelli to the mound. Now, he was out before, but I don't think he spoke to Lewis. Don't think it counts as a visit. So the question is this a pep talk, or will he make the change? I think he's talking too long to make a change, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you make a change after he gets the first out. And give him, you know, a couple more batters at least. If he gets in trouble again, then maybe you got to yank him, but...
Well, while they talk, it's something I did want to discuss with you, Tom, is the new playoff format in Section 1 baseball this season on all classes. They've gone to double elimination for the semifinal and final rounds, which is really interesting. Now a team can't just rely on an ace to get themselves... They can't even rely on two pitchers to get themselves to a section championship.
Yeah, I mean, if you win the game with your ace, if you happen to lose the next game, now you're down to your third pitcher. So really, as we talked about before, the team with the best pitching depth is really in an advantage in that situation.
Batter is Jack Wren. First pitch is a ball, and what's really interesting is the way it affects the sectional finals, because there'll be a 2-0 team set to face a 2-1 team, and if the 2-0 team loses, they play another game.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely...
It's double elimination. You have to lose twice.
Yeah, I mean, that'll definitely be interesting to see how that all plays out when it comes playoff time.
So it could be Championship Sunday, and you might have to play again on Tuesday. 1-1 from Lewis. Outside to Wren, 2-1. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2-1 pitch. Smack down the line, that's in the left field. At least one's gonna score. Here comes a second runner. The throw to the plate, not in time. 2 more runs across for North Rockland as Riley and Brzozowski score to make it 5-0.
That was another very hard hit ball down the third base line.
So the trouble continues for Isaac Lewis. After giving up 2 in the first, he gives up 3 in the second. Runners go, throw down to third. Would have got him, but they couldn't hold on. A straight steal of third base, a double steal, as Pichardo takes third, and Wren goes down to second.
Definitely an aggressive call by North Rockland, especially, with the lead, but
that's a strike. Count 1-1 on LaCorey. And maybe an aggressive call, but you've got to remember, these are 2 teams that very well could see each other in the playoffs. So
That's
anything
true.
you can learn about, can Crington throw the ball? What kind of arm does he have?
and it was a
Swing and
pretty
miss.
good throw.
And the throw was practically perfect.
Yeah.
It was just McLaughlin couldn't keep it in the glove while he was trying to apply the tag. One ball, 2 strikes on LaCorey. That misses for ball 2. Again, runners on second and third with 1 out. We're repeating ourselves a lot. For the live broadcast, there's no graphics, so try to keep you as up to date as we can. Swing and a miss. And they say it didn't bounce. So this is the 3rd strikeout for Isaac Lewis. And up steps Juwan Lopez. He'll be the 8th batter for the Red Raiders this inning.
And last inning they had 7 batters. Last inning, 8 this inning. It's a lot of pitches to be throwing.
It'd be a a little surprising if Lewis comes out for the third, or especially if he's able to last beyond that. That's a strike. Not just from the state's pitch count rules, but it is early season, first game of the year. How long do you want to leave him out there having long, stressful innings? 1-1 just missed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season, so there's no reason to really let him labor out there for too long when it's, you know, he's not had his best game thus far.
2-1 count, 2 outs, swing and a miss. And Lewis now a strike away from finally ending this top of the second. Two-two pitch. Tap foul. Just missed, and the count goes full. Lewis had a little trouble spotting that breaking ball. Definitely not the sharpest I've seen him. Payoff pitch. Fouled off.
Definitely don't want to walk this batter and prolong this inning even farther. You know, he's itching for a strikeout here.
There'll be another 3-2 pitch from Lewis. Hit on the ground towards short. McIntyre bobbles, and there'll be no throw. So Pichardo will score. It's 6-0. Fred moves up to third, and I've got to go E6 on that one, right, Tom?
I would say so. I mean, it looked like the runner might have blocked his vision for a split second and maybe resulted in, you know, the bobble. But I would say, yeah, E6 has got to be the call.
So here's Noah Cabasa. First to throw to first to check on Lopez. That's ball one. Cabasa, the 9th Red Raider to step up this inning. (1-0), 2-0, and Tom, you hate to talk about it in the second inning, but that 10-run mercy rule,
yeah, I mean,
could come into effect if this goes on too much further.
Yeah, I mean, I think now, you know, they gotta worry about maybe getting a new pitcher in there, but yeah, like you said.
That's a strike.
Luckily, there are 2 outs from Mamaroneck, but, you know, one big hit, and we could be inching closer and closer to those 10 runs.
It's a 6-0 lead right now for North Rockland, not out of the second inning quite yet. 2-1 pitch, hang on. It's a balk. Make it 7-0.
Things are definitely unraveling here.
Count remains 2-1. Ball in the dirt goes through to the backstop, and Lopez all the way up to third now with 2 out. And a 3-1 count on Cabasa. 3-1 pitch. On the ground, hard to short. McIntyre fields cleanly. Throw to first is across and in time. And finally, the inning comes to an end. 5 runs crossed for North Rockland on 2 hits. At least 2 hits. Could have been more, depending how you score those bunts that...
Yeah, some bunts, some errors.
Not the best inning of Mamaroneck's season, and only had 2 innings so far, but they'll have a chance with the bats when we come back. Bottom half of the second inning is coming up next on LMC TV. Welcome back, LMC Varsity Sports. Rob Moretti here with Tom Sacco. Bottom half of the second inning coming up. North Rockland up 7-0 on Mamaroneck. An explosion there in that second inning for 5 runs, as we can clearly see on the beautiful new scoreboard out beyond the left field fence.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not at all the way Mamaroneck wanted their first or the second inning to go, for that matter.
It's Max McLaughlin to lead it off against LaCorey. Swing and a miss. Mentioned the scoreboard. There have been a couple of improvements here at Manchester Field. A nice rock wall has been put in behind home plate. Can't see it from our camera angle. Swing and a miss, quickly 0-2 on McLaughlin. And the bleachers are open again. They've been closed for a couple of years due to a dangerous cement overhang that had partially crumbled. That's been cleared. It's safe again, and
got a pretty good crowd over there too.
Beautiful camera angle there that you'll see on the rebroadcast. You see McLaughlin held up there for ball 1. So while there's still a good collection of fans down at field level, there's also a nice group up in the stands. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. And completing the strikeout with the throw to first is Kabasa for out number 1. Score that a K2-3 if you're scoring at home. I don't know if high school fans do that.
I don't know about that.
It's just fun to say, really.
Maybe some parents. I don't know.
That'll bring up Zach Cringdon, the sophomore catcher. He fouls one off. That will ricochet off one of those windows we talked about before. I've never seen one break, so they must know. They have to put plexiglass in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that actually hit the window or not, but it definitely was.
Another one, look out. That one missed the window, but came in with some more heat on it. You know, what's funny is a lot of times we'll set up our camera over there. That could have hit us. We're back here instead.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about errant fouls pop straight out.
0-2 pitch. Another one fouled off to the right side. No action right now in the Tiger bullpen. Peter Jacob Ferraro was warming up earlier, so we'll see what develops there. That's called strike 3. So 2 Ks by LaCorey to open the second inning. And up steps Isaac Lewis. Lefty pitcher bats right-handed.
I don't see that very often.
It's outside for ball 1. Especially with pitchers, you don't want to have them bat the opposite way because then they lead with their pitching hand, pitching arm. Open yourself up to a hit by pitch, causing an injury.
And that would ruin you for both hitting and pitching if that's the case.
That's a strike. Count goes to 1-2 on Lewis. LaCorey trying to strike out the side. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he does it. So Sean LaCorey makes quick work of Mamaroneck in the second. We're through 2, 7-0 North Rockland on LMC TV Varsity Sports. Welcome back to our live audience and to you at home as well if you're watching a rebroadcast of today's game. Tigers have made the pitching change as Peter Jacob Ferraro onto the bump. And Isaac Lewis has taken over at first base.
I think it was necessary, considering how long the innings were, how many pitches he threw. But he's not totally to blame. They did give up a lot of free outs, especially with the 2 bunts.
First pitch is hit to deep left center field. Novick makes the catch, 1 out. So that was Nate Guillen. Here's Michael Riley. First pitch from Ferraro is a strike. You got to assume that was the message that Coach Schaap gave to Ferraro before he put him in the game, is just go out there and throw me some strikes. And when chopped on the ground toward third, foul ball. And good thing it was foul because the throw was a bit wild.
Yeah, would have
Chasing
been
it
on
down
at least second
on the
base.
track. So it's an 0-2 count on the 9-hitter Riley. Popped up on the infield. Cringdon called off by Ferraro, who takes it himself for out number 2.
Definitely turning out to be a smoother inning than the last 2 so far.
So here's Brzozowski, who has hit the ball hard twice and scored twice as well.
Made a great play in the field as well.
That's ball 1. Yeah, that diving catch in center field definitely stifled what could have been developing into a Mamaroneck rally in the first inning. Popped up, and it's out of play. So a 1-1 count on Brzozowski. Trying to read my chicken scratch scorecard. Seems like I grabbed a bad pen out of the batch today, but make do.
It's kind of hard to write when your hands are so cold too. Might contribute to
I brought
that
the
problem.
gloves.
Well, yeah.
Did not invest in hand warmers. That might have been a poor choice. 2-1 pitch. Up in the air. Cringdon calls, and a 1-2-3 inning in the third.
3 quick flyouts in a row
For Peter Jacob Ferraro. So throw the 0 up on the scoreboard. Tigers will come to bat. They still trail 7-0 here on LMC TV. We are back, bottom of the third. Michael DeVito in the right-hand batter's box for the Tigers. He takes a first pitch ball from Sean LaCorey. LaCorey struck out the side in order last inning. Looks like his ball has good sink on it.
Yeah.
A lot of guys swinging over it. 1-1 pitch. Popped up near us. And the tree saves us again.
Thank you, tree.
Go out there and thank a tree. 1-2 pitch is popped foul out of play. That'll go onto the roof. I'd assume the custodial staff here at the high school just has a treasure trove of game-used baseballs. 1-2 pitch once again. Just missed. Outside, 2-2.
Mamaroneck still looking for their first hit, if I'm not mistaken.
Only base runner came on a walk. Michael Campbell back in the first. He pokes at one that was probably destined to be ball 3. And easily handled by the first baseman, Guillen, for out number 1. So here's Ryan McIntyre. Upstairs, ball 1. One chop toward third and not able to handle it. Safe. That was Wren who overran it, went back for it, and they just couldn't get the throw there in time.
I mean, it was a good effort. He almost...
Yeah, I'm tough on fielders. I'm going E5.
Oh, I think that's got to be an E5. I don't think it was hit hard enough to warrant,
Infield single.
Yeah.
Well, if he had come up with it cleanly, that throw would have been much easier.
Yeah, exactly.
So a runner on first with 1 out. Here's Ethan Renner. He smacks one foul and out of play. I think it's out of play. Yes, it is. Well down the line onto the track. Oh, 1 pitch. 1-1. Outside, 2-1 on Renner. Two-1 is popped up, foul and out of play. Count goes to 2-2. That one go to the roof too. Didn't hear it land.
No, I didn't hear it land, but maybe it got caught in a tree.
The old squirrel ball.
So a lot of stuff falling from the tree, but no ball.
2-2 from LaCorey. In the left field. A lot of sun out there, but able to shade it out and make the play as Pichardo for out number 2. So up steps Michael Campbell.
The only base runner of the game for Mamaroneck.
Until McIntyre reached on the E5. The only base runner that earned his way on of his own accord, he walked. The first pitch, a strike from LaCorey. That one smacked deep into left center field, but it's going to hang up there, and Pichardo puts it away for out number 3. So LaCorey able to pitch around the error, 3 flyouts, and the score remains 7-0 after 3 full. North Rockland leading Mamaroneck on LMC Varsity Sports. We are back top half of the 4th. It'll be 2-3-4 due up for the Red Raiders. Pichardo, Cruz, and Wren. Ferraro remains on the hill for Mamaroneck. I don't see any other changes out in the field for the Tigers. Breaking ball from Ferraro misses 1-0.
Ferraro came in and did a pretty nice job of righting the ship. He had a pretty quick last inning.
He threw a lot of strikes. Starts off Pichardo 2-0. That one all the way through to left field, a base hit for Pichardo. He's reached all 3 times up to the plate, 2 singles, and however you want to score that sacrifice attempt.
Oh, the bunt.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's Roberto Cruz, who no longer has the platoon disadvantage as he did the first 2 times up. Oh for 2 with an RBI so far as Cruz. It's a strike across the corner. Oh, 1, fouled left side. The count 0-2.
A lot of interesting colored bats I'm seeing. I don't think I've ever seen a neon green colored bat before.
Well, you haven't been looking hard enough, Tom. And they don't really go team color on the bats. They go whatever looks cool.
Yeah, I guess so.
One outside, 1-2. I think a pure hitter will say, I don't care what it looks like as long as it hits.
It's true.
But if it's a good bat, why not make it look good?
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't really get that kind of customization when you're going to the pros. You have wood bats.
Yeah.
You can kind of go light wood, dark wood, medium wood. That's about it. Maybe
Exactly,
paint it
yeah.
black. Quick check. Did he get him? He got him!
Wow.
A pickoff of Pichardo by Peter Jacob Ferraro for the first out of the inning.
And that's a good way to erase the single real quick. That was a pretty quick move, too.
That one in the air left field. Novick chasing. Novick back. Did he make the catch? He did. Didn't take the optimal angle, had to reach behind his head. But Evan Novick stuck the glove up, made the catch. 2 outs.
It's 2 nice plays in a row.
So here's Jack Wren. 2 out, bases empty, and a first pitch strike. Going fouled out of play. And quickly up 0-2 on the count is Ferraro. In the dirt, blocked by Crington. Be a 1-2 from Ferraro. Just inside, 2-2. In the air left field, Novik, inning over.
Interesting that almost every single out has been a fly out for Ferraro since he came in.
3 of them to Novik. 2 scoreless in relief so far for Ferraro. And we head to the bottom of the 4th, still 7-0 North Rockland, leading Mamaroneck on LMC TV. Welcome back. Bottom of the 4th inning. The first pitch is low to Drew Antonelli from Sean LaCorey. Gavin Zingini is on deck. They might be using the re-entry rule to have him hit for Ferraro as Antonelli drills one to center field. And right there to make the catch as the ball hangs up is Brzozowski for out number 1.
So then Zangini would be the DH and Ferraro would just continue to pitch?
Zingini would technically... Oh, it's so hard to explain the re-entry rule. So Zingini was in the spot batting 4th. Ferraro came in to replace him and pitch. Now Zingini is re-entering to bat. That's his 1 permitted re-entry. So if he comes out of the game again, he is done. The question is, I'm not sure if Ferraro can stay on the hill.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
This, or they do have someone tossing down in the bullpen. 2-0 on Zingini. I think that's Andrew Danziger down there. I can't be sure. I think it's number 14 down there.
I mean, interesting if they pull Ferraro already. I mean, he's had some good innings in relief, so. But, maybe they just want to save him.
Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2 on Zingini. Line drive, right field, and he dives past it.
Ooh.
And Zingini motoring around second toward third as Lopez chases it down. Zingini is being low. He's got caught in the middle. Now he's got to get back, and he does. Now Lopez dove. I don't know if he touched the ball.
I couldn't tell from here whether he touched it or not, or he just missed.
Scored that a triple.
I mean, look from here, yeah, like it should be a triple. Not a bad
so
first
that
hit
at
of the
least
game.
Breaks up the no-hitter.
Yeah. Not a bad way to do it either.
So 1 out and a runner on third. Big spot here for Max McLaughlin to try to knock in a run. That one smacked to center field. That might get it done. Brzozowski makes the catch, fires home, and they hold Zingini up. And it would have been a close play.
He looked like he was almost thinking about going all the way on the triple, too.
So quickly, 2 outs, and here's Crington. Struck out looking at his only plate appearance so far. You want to go up there and see a few pitches. Maybe one gets in the dirt and lets a run in.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take all the help you can get with a big lead like this.
Swing and a miss. Another swinger flailing over that sinking ball from LaCorey.
Yep, it's been working well all game.
That one low, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Nipped the corner. Count 1-2.
He's been doing a great job all game of putting that, right at the bottom corner where it's almost impossible to hit. And if you take it, it's a strike.
1-2, 2 out. Runner on third. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So LaCorey works around the 1-out triple by Zingini. We're through 4 full, still 7-0, North Rockland out in front. Sean LaCorey's due up here in the top of the 5th for North Rockland. And Ferraro does remain in the game, so that's a re-entry. And so if he leaves the game again, he would be done. That also means Zingini is done.
He's done.
He re-entered to hit and then exited. First pitch is outside a ball from Ferraro. In for a strike, 1-1. If you are still watching this 7-0 game, we thank you very much. Especially our live audience, who I would assume is from North Rockland.
Yeah.
That one in the dirt, 2-1.
It seems a lot of the Mamaroneck fans are here in person, despite the cold.
It is chilly. But it's all uphill from here this season. It's only going to get warmer.
We hope.
I'm sure we'll have a baseball game here in May where we have shorts and t-shirts on. We're still hot. That one popped outside of the Tiger dugout. Cringdon couldn't get there. The count is 2-2. Two pitch. Tapped foul. Another 2-2. Up the middle, Campbell can't get there. It's a leadoff single for Sean LaCorey. Just the second hit given up by Ferraro now in his 3rd inning of relief.
I mean, he's pitched a pretty good game in relief.
2 scoreless so far.
Got a lot of flyouts.
Pitching to contact isn't the worst thing if it's going to be weak contact.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
the
like you said,
majority
throw
of it is.
strikes.
Batter's Jawan Lopez, who misjudged that diving catch out in right field, ended up not costing his team any runs. Nice block there by Cringdon, count 2-0. Three and 0 on Lopez. There's a strike. Lopez 0 for 1, walk, and reached on an E6. Ended up being stranded at 3rd at the end of the 2nd inning. One rocketed. Caught by Renner for out number 1.
I mean, when they're making contact, they're not really hitting it, too hard. Been pretty much all routine, flyouts, pop-outs.
Trusting his fielders behind him.
Yep, I mean, you throw strikes and hope for that to happen. Hasn't given up any free base runners.
Here's Noah Kabasa, first pitch strike. Runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. North Rockland up 7-0. All 7 runs coming off Tiger ace Isaac Lewis. 2 in the first, 5 in the second.
It's been a relatively clean game since, but the damage was done early on.
One. Swing and a miss. Sorry, I had the count wrong. Those are all strikes. That's a strikeout. Give the man some credit. And now Coach Schaap comes out, and it looks like Ferraro's day is done. Must have had a pitch number they wanted
maybe,
to attain with him, and he got there. So the Tigers make the change. We'll step out as Andrew Danziger comes in with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. We'll be right back. And we're back. Nate Guillen up to the plate. First batter to face Andrew Danziger out of the bullpen. Ferraro must have just been on the cusp of an inning pitch limit there, as that one's fouled out of play.
Yeah, I mean, Ferraro came in, pitched a great game in relief.
2 2/3 scoreless so far. He is responsible for LaCory on first. Ball 1 to Guillen. But yeah, Ferraro did a great job kind of hitting the skids on that rally for North Rockland. They were rolling, and then all of a sudden just 0-0-0s.
Yeah, I think they got...
In the dirt, Crington couldn't quite get there. LaCory down to second standing up.
They got, what, 2 hits off of Ferraro?
Yes. 2 hits in 2 2/3. That's quite good.
Yeah.
Any coach would take that kind of relief any day of the week. It's now 3-1 on Guillen. And that's ball 4. So Danziger fresh into the game, a 5-pitch walk. Still with 2 outs, right on the cusp of getting out of the inning.
Not in too much trouble yet, but...
Swing and a miss by Michael Riley. Grounded up the middle. McIntyre flips to Campbell, and that'll do it. So between Ferraro and Danziger, a scoreless 5th for the Tigers. And they'll come to bat in the bottom of the 5th next, still trailing North Rockland 7-0 on LMC TV. So Lewis, DeVito, and McIntyre, the bottom 1/3 of the Tiger order, due up here in the bottom of the 5th. Sean LaCory still on the hill for North Rockland. And why not? He has been dazzling so far.
Yeah,
First pitch fouled off by Lewis.
Gave up the 1 hit, the 1 triple, and that's it.
There might have been a walk along the way. Base runner here, base runner there. Nothing too threatening so far from the Tigers. They'll have to string something together soon. 1-1 the count on Lewis. That's a strike. One, two. Just got a piece. In the dirt, count 2-2 on Lewis. Foul near us. Ooh. Hey, we got one.
Came about a centimeter away from hitting the camera.
Right near the lens. That would have been expensive.
Just under it.
Thank you, baseball gods. You know, the 2-2 on the ground towards short. Cruz there, fires to first. Safe.
If it wasn't in time or his foot was off the bag.
It was a close play. Regardless, Tigers have their leadoff man on. Coach Joe Sottle wants an explanation. It looks like the Tigers will bring in a pinch runner for Lewis. At first, that's John Thomas Bierman. So again, with the re-entry rule, does not mean that Lewis's day is done. Batter is Michael DeVito, with Bierman on first after the Lewis, I'll call an infield single. Nobody out.
Yeah.
Tigers in need of a long rally to get back in this one. Check on Bierman right away.
And when you put in a pinch runner, obviously
He's there to run.
he's there to run, he's there to steal, so good job of keeping him close there.
Pitch. Nifty outside corner. 0-1 on DeVito. Inside. Count 1-1. So it hit weakly on the ground towards short. Cruz has one play at first, and he's out. And I don't think the Tigers like the call.
Certainly doesn't sound like it based on the reaction from the dugout.
Coach Schiaparelli is talking to the field umpire, pointing to first base. Obviously, doesn't like the call. Not going to change it.
Well, it's two close plays at first.
Sometimes those are just therapy sessions. Let me get this off my chest.
Yeah. You let out some frustration and then go back to the dugout.
Or in Shap's case, the third base coach's box. But does move the runner up, so Lewis is on second with one out for Ryan McIntyre. Sorry, Bierman, who pinch ran as McIntyre fouls off the first pitch. popped up. Foul and out of play down the first base side. So 0-2 the count on McIntyre. Down low, 1-2.
You gotta wonder if LaCour's pitch count's getting up there. I mean, he's been in 5+ innings.
No action in the Red Raider bullpen. It must not be too close. 1-2. In the dirt, no advance. And the count goes to 2-2 on the Tiger shortstop.
That sinking fastball seems to be ending up a little lower. So as rather than painting the bottom of the plate, it's kind of dropping in the dirt a little bit.
Could be fatiguing a little bit. Two-two. On the ground towards short, Cruz. That's an infield single for McIntyre. So here's Ethan Renner, 2 on, 1 out.
And finally a man in scoring position. I guess Zanghini was after the triple, but was stranded.
Right. But you can count them on one hand how many runners in scoring position they've had so far. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Here's Ethan Renner, the leadoff hitter, and a quick check on McIntyre at first. He's back in plenty of time. First pitch of ball. Look out. 2-0. Looks like we'll have a quick meeting at the mound between 3 of the Red Raiders. Pitcher, catcher, and shortstop want to go over a few things. Now in high school, these don't count as trips to the mound, but in Major League Baseball now they do.
Yeah. Yep. They're, definitely trying to limit the amount of mound visits. It's obviously not as big of a problem in high school.
Right.
You don't see, coaches going out there 4 to 5 times a game.
2-0 on Renner. Swing and a miss. Runner goes, and the hit and run works. Run scores as Renner hits it through the vacated hole at short. Tigers are on the board at 7-1 as Bierman comes home to score. Tom, that's exactly what you're looking for when you call the hit and run, is for the shortstop to go cover second and have the infield wide open.
Left that huge hole and then literally hit it to the exact perfect spot, right through the gap, and the run scored. Couldn't have executed a hit and run better than that.
Coach Sottle is out to talk with his infield after the Tigers break up the shutout. He might be making a change.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, they left him in, see if he can go the full shutout, but now that he's giving up a run, maybe you take him out.
Well, I think a new outfielder just came in. Jason Fermin came in off the bench, and he's lined up with the outfielders now, but LaCorey's going to stay on the hill. You know what, maybe that was Lopez who ran in for something, so I don't think there are actually any changes. But he was running around during that delay. So runner still in the corners with one out, now a run in for the Tigers. And the first pitch, a strike to Michael Campbell. And Renner, the leadoff hitter on first, he's got speed too. They could try it again if they want.
Might not be a bad idea. I mean, what do you really have to lose?
They say Campbell did not go around. Never understood why they let you check it when the second umpire is behind the mound. He has the same angle at that swing as the home plate umpire, and he's further away.
Yeah, and the pitchers might be in his way.
So I don't know what he's going to see, but that's how they do it. Popped up, center field. Brzozowski puts it away. Runner headed for home, and they're going to hold the relay throw. McIntyre scores. It is 7-2. RBI on the sack by Michael Campbell. So Tigers, they've still got 2 innings left after this one. They've cut it from 7 to 5. They're still hitting.
Yeah, I mean they definitely could have a rally here.
Here's Drew Antonelli, 2 flyouts to center.
Especially with LaCorey having been in the game for a while, so he could be fatiguing a bit, and that's when you really want to strike and get the runs you can off him now before they put in the fresh pitcher.
Speaking of that, I think they did make a change. Juan Lopez is in the bullpen warming up. So Jason Fermin, I presume, is in right field. And it's Fermin who's underneath it. And that's out number 3. So we're through 5. Tigers finally break through for a couple. And they've cut the deficit to 5 with 2 innings still left to play. Stick around. You're watching Mamaroneck Tigers and North Rockland Red Raiders baseball on LMC Varsity Sports. Top of the 6th inning, top of the order for the Red Raiders, who have seen their lead dissolve a little bit. 7-0 is not as comfortable, is more comfortable than 7-2 with your ace possibly leaving the game soon.
Yeah, I mean he's been in. He's thrown a lot of pitches.
Danziger remains in the game for Mamaroneck after getting the last out of the 5th inning. And that was a first pitch strike to Brzozowski. Look out. Count 1-1. That one slipped out of the hand a bit of Danziger.
Yeah, just over the head.
Through short, McIntyre actually knocked it down, but no chance for a throw there. That's an infield single.
Great effort on the stop, though.
So here's Jay Pichardo. He's been on base all 3 times up. That one goes through everyone, and down to second goes Brzezowski.
It's a couple pitches that have gotten away from him this inning.
Two and 0 on Pichardo. That one missed up high, 3-0. That's a strike on the corner. No one tossing in the Tiger bullpen, so looks like this is Danziger's inning, or at least for now it is. That one fouled straight back. And the count goes full at 3-2.
Good job of fighting back from a hitter's count. Have to come all the way back here.
It'll be a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss.
Got him with the off speed. Way ahead of that one.
Good job of pitching there by Danziger.
Yep.
So here's Roberto Cruz with 1 out, runner on second. Count 1-0 now on Cruz. That one hits the corner, count 1-1. On the ground, what a stop by Lewis. And he feeds Danziger for out number 2.
Great play. Thought that was going all the way through the hole.
Isaac Lewis doing the Mark Teixeira impression out there. One gets through. Run scores, and it's 8-2 North Rockland. And we've had a change there at third base. It's Matt Adamo, not Max McLaughlin. So here's Sean LaCorey after the RBI single by Wren. Danziger steps off. Slide step, throw down to second, not in time. And a steal for Wren. Danziger did all he could there.
Yeah.
Eliminating the leg kick.
throw just didn't get there in time.
Now Coach Schaff comes out. Haven't seen anyone warming up, but he's taking the ball. So that will do it for Andrew Danziger, who goes 1 inning combined with the 3 outs he got. And it looks like Drew Antonelli's coming in. So Antonelli, who had been in the game as the DH, he's going to pitch. So he'll warm up, and we'll be right back when the game resumes here at Mamaroneck High School. We are back. Antonelli on the bump, facing LaCorey. That's a strike. He inherited a 2-0 count, so now it's 2-1. Two quick strikes from Antonelli.
To be just on the outside part of the plate.
The 2-2. Right field, base hit. Wren being sent home. Here comes the throw. Cringdon couldn't knock it down. The run scores.
It was a great throw, but just couldn't corral it. Thought he had him there.
So that makes it 9-2 now. And Juan Lopez scratched that. It's Jason Fermin who replaced Lopez up to the plate. Lopez was throwing, getting ready to pitch. So the Red Raiders decide they'd rather just keep Fermin in the game, have him take the at-bat. The 0-1. You say he went 0-2. Oh, 2 from Antonelli. Just got a piece.
Staying alive.
It'll be another 0-2 from Drew Antonelli. That's low 1-2. Swing and a miss. So North Rockland gets those 2 runs right back that they gave up in the bottom of the 5th. They're back out to a 7-run lead. It is 9-2 Red Raiders as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on LMC Varsity Sports. We are back, bottom half of the 6th, and Gavin Zingini up to the plate, so clearly I've got something misunderstood about his re-entry status. But regardless, here he is. He takes the first pitch ball. That's a strike. Nice breaking ball from LaCorey. Zingini hits one to center field. That will drop for a base hit in front of Brzozowski. So the leadoff man on for the Tigers.
Tigers' bats seem to have woken up a little bit in the last 2 innings or so.
Here's Matt Adamo up to the plate.
do have a lot of ground to make up, however.
They check on Zingini. Zingini was a starter on the basketball team this year, so he must have some speed.
Yep.
You don't need to burn a pinch runner on him. First at bat for Adamo. Takes one high. That's a strike. One from LaCorey. Fouled off. And the count 1-2. Just missed. The count
Very
2-2.
close.
Not easy to lay off a pitch in that spot
No.
with 2 strikes. Here comes a 2-2. They say he went. Throw down to second, goes into center field as Zingini was running. Lewis Rosa coming in to pinch hit for Zach Cringdon. With Zingini on second and 1 out. Pickoff attempt on Zingini, nothing doing. Ball 1 to Rosick. Strike on the corner.
So I guess their plan might be to leave LaCorey in the entirety of the game.
There is a left-hander throwing in the pen for North Rockland. In the dirt low, 2-1.
But if he gets into too much trouble this inning, I'm assuming they will yank him.
Daylight's starting to run low here. We've got the entire infield in shadow and about a third of the outfield. Here's the bottom of the 6th. 2-1. Here's a strike. Runner on second, 1 out. Rosick pinch hitting for Cringdon. Chops it right back to LaCorey, who now they have Zingini in a pickle. And the flip over, he's out. And Rosick will stay at first.
Little risky not to go for the guaranteed out, but I guess it paid off.
Yeah, he reached for on the fielder's choice, and Zingini's out. Oh, something like 1, 5, 4, 6, something like that. pick a few numbers, play the lottery. Up to the plate. This is Isaac Lewis's spot. And it is Lewis up to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. Ball one. That one ripped down the right field line and foul. So the count 1-2 on Lewis. Called strike three.
Great pitch to paint the corner there.
So that ends the 6th. We head to the 7th. It's 9-2 North Rockland, and they'll have one more chance to add to that advantage when we get back. All right, it's the bottom of the North Rockland Raider lineup coming up, and we've got a new catcher. I don't have a 45 on the roster that was given to us. I'm going to assume it's Colby Mentzer, who is listed as number 55. But
maybe.
We don't really know. Cabasa up to the plate. It's first pitch strike from Antonelli. On the ground towards second, Campbell. One out.
I think almost all of them are having lime green bats, actually. So maybe it is team colors.
It's not the one you'd expect. First pitch strike to Nate Guillen. Lined up the middle, that's through for a hit. So we'll bring up the 9-hitter Michael Riley. First pitch to Riley is high, ball one. They might have him if they tag him. He's out.
Caught him sleeping on the base pass there.
Too far off of first on the
Way too
secondary
far.
lead. Didn't think Mentzer was going to come up with the ball, and then he did. He's picked off 2-3, and now 2 outs, and the base is empty for Riley. Fouled out of play. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Tag is applied, and that will do it here in the 7th for North Rockland. So they don't push any additional runs across. They lead Mamaroneck by 7. Last licks coming up, bottom of the 7th inning. Next on LMC Varsity Sports. Back for the bottom of the 7th here at LMC Varsity Sports. For those of you who joined us live and stuck it out through the whole thing, thank you so much. We will have more live coverage throughout the spring season, so make sure you follow us on Twitter to get all the updates about our next live event. DeVito hits one down the right field line, fair ball, and he'll stay at first at the leadoff single.
Tigers would certainly have a long way to go if they plan on tying this up in the bottom of the 7th. But that is a way to start it. The crowd over here is noticeably thinned to about 4 people.
Well, there's the sun's not hitting the bleachers anymore there, Tom, so that could be the answer. The sun's not really hitting anything, except maybe the post-gym building in the background.
That's about it. All the shadows are
scoreboard's
gone.
well lit, but that's about it. It's chilly, and we're looking forward to some warmer weather, which we're sure will come soon. That one fouled off by McIntyre.
I think I prefer the very hot baseball games over the very cold ones. Of course, I say that now when it's cold.
Of course you say that now. People just like to complain.
That's true.
If it was 73 and perfectly sunny every day, if I had that in my power, I'd make it happen. Swing and a miss. There is a place where that happens. It's called San Diego. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have not.
Honeymoon there. It was great. Perfect weather every single day.
Yeah, I've heard that it's like the perfect weather.
There's some
just
sort of
all year
weird
round.
mountain versus ocean situation going on that just keeps it clear and sunny all the time. I'm not a meteorologist, so I'm not exactly sure how it all works.
But it works.
It works great. But we're not in San Diego.
Nope.
We're in Mamaroneck, New York,
Where it is
where
not
it gets
perfect
cold.
weather.
And then it gets hot. Count goes to 1-2 on McIntyre. By the way, that is Joan Lopez on the bump for North Rockland. So LaCory went 6, and he's in line for the win. Breaking ball missed, 2-2. Runner goes, fly ball, right field, down the line. It is out of play.
Could have been a big double play if he was able to catch that. Fire back to first in time.
Was well beyond the fence, though. Two-two. Breaking ball never made it back over the plate. Count goes full. Runner goes, ball 4, the throw won't matter. So runners on first and second, nobody out. The top of the order coming up for the Tigers, here's Ethan Renner. And it looks like Coach Sottle wants to go have a chat with his right-hander. The entire Red Raider infield. Big spot in the game. You don't want to let the Tigers back in it here if you're North Rockland, but 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah.
Kind kind of have to remind them guys, we're up 7. Don't worry about the runners. Let's go get 3 outs if you're North Rockland.
Yeah, I mean, 3 outs away from closing this game out. Like we said before, you know, just throw strikes. Trust your field is behind you.
Take the out when it comes to you.
Yep. No need to do anything, you know, fancy or anything like that.
So it will be Renner against Lopez here. Renner singled his last time up, 1 for 3 on the day. Swing and a miss. Good thing it's the 7th inning because the sunlight is just about setting beyond the horizon.
And then it will only be colder.
And darker.
Yep.
Definitely makes an offensive rally a bit more difficult. Remember when I was a Little League umpire for 1 season back in high school, and I think the hardest call to make on the field was when was it too dark?
Yeah, I mean,
Renner bunts, perfectly placed down the third baseline. Bases loaded, nobody out.
perfect bunt there. If the Tigers were going to rally, now would be the perfect time. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Batter is Michael Campbell. It looks like there's a pinch hitter on deck behind him. Up high, ball 1. Looks like Jack Rosenfeld might be hitting for Antonelli. Hit him! It's 9-3. And that is one of the more painful ways to pick up an RBI.
Yep.
So the bases remain loaded, nobody out.
This is not the spot North Rockland wants to be in at this point.
And here is Rosenfeld.
And another.
He hit him again. Foul. Call is foul.
Ooh.
Got a little too excited there.
Yeah. Things may be unraveling quickly for North Rockland if they can't.
Oh, 1 from Lopez. Ball 1. Swing and a miss.
Mamaroneck becoming very animated as they might be sniffing
And,
a rally.
Well, that's interesting. Here comes Antonelli to re-enter with a 1-2 count.
That's not the type of count you want to inherit as a pinch hitter.
No, it's not. I almost wonder if Schaap is doing this as a tactic to try to throw off Lopez. Because he didn't just send him back in there, he had a chat with him. It took 20, 25 seconds to make the change at least.
I mean, it could be some mind games going on.
So here's Antonelli at the play with a 1-2 count. Into center field, that's down, base hit. 1 run will score. He will hold everyone else up, and it's a 9-4 game. Coach Sottle comes out. He has seen enough. He's making a pitching change. And coming in is Chris Santic. He inherits, well, what no pitcher wants to inherit. Bases loaded, nobody out. We'll take a break as Santic warms up. We'll be right back on LMC TV. We are back. Chris Santic on the hill for North Rockland. 2 runs are in this inning for the Tigers. They've cut it to 9-4. Tying run is now on deck for Mamaroneck with the bases loaded and nobody out. Gavin Zingini up to the plate. First pitch is a ball.
This would be quite the comeback if the Tigers could manage to pull it off.
Boy, would it. And you don't want to pin any of it on the starting pitching, but since the Tigers gave up the 7 runs, they're actually winning this game 4-2.
That's true.
That's a strike. So no matter how the rest of this game plays out, I think that's got to be your message to your team to keep things positive is, look, we didn't get the win, but we played some good ball along the way.
Yeah, I mean, they really buckled down after that second inning.
1-2 pitch. In the dirt, sorry, the 1-1 pitch, it was in the dirt. 2-1. Zingini got a hit his last time up. That's a strike on the corner. Needless to say, I don't think any hitter has ever taken a strike and liked the call.
Well, I think the whole dugout didn't like that call based on their reactions.
Yep. 2-2 on Zingini. Bases loaded, nobody out for the Tigers. Pitch from Santic. On the ground, up the middle, base hit. 1 run scores. They're setting in the other runner. Throw to the plate, not in time. And it's a 9-6 ball game.
Talk about a rally when you need it the most.
So it looks like Max McLaughlin is going to re-enter in the 5th spot for Adamo. He'll take the at-bat. McLaughlin was 0 for 2 while he was in there. And Tom, it's getting dark. I don't know if even the Tigers were to tie the game, I don't know if you can do extra innings today.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
I think you've got to win the game here if you're going to win it.
yeah, otherwise they're going to have to, I guess, postpone it. Yeah, it's definitely getting pretty dark. You'd hate to see the game decided because someone might not be able to see the ball because it's dark.
Right. That's a strike. First pitch to McLaughlin. Who famously hit a bomb that was making the rounds on Twitter during a scrimmage last week. That one tapped foul, quickly 0-2 on McLaughlin. And you do, Tom, have to start to wonder, how well can the batters see the ball out there?
Yeah, I mean,
it's considerably darker now than it was when the inning started.
And if they do end up going to extra innings, it'll be, some time from now, it'll be even darker.
Still 3 runs between the Tigers and a tie game. 0-2 from Santic. 1-2. Bases, runners on first and second, nobody out. Tigers have scored 4 this inning to narrow the gap to 9-6. McLaughlin pops one in a shallow center. And it's the second baseman squeezing it for the first out. That's Riley. And Colby Menser will step up to the plate for his first at bat, the lefty swinger. Did not start the game, just entered in the top of the inning defensively. Comes up in a pretty big spot.
Yeah.
Runners on first and second, one out. Left on left, and a ball one. Breaking ball nipped the corner. Count 1-1. Strike two. Isaac Lewis waiting on deck. Runners on first and second. Santic stepped off. One out, Tigers down by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. That one misses, 2-2. Menser, the 8th hitter up to the plate for the Tigers here in the 7th. The 2-2 pitch. Steps off again. Balk is the call, no pitch.
Wow.
So that moves the runners up to second and third. Tying run at the plate with Menser. And of course, after seems like every balk call, the coach comes out for an explanation.
Yep.
Everyone's having a quick powwow. Tigers at third base in front of Coach Schaap. And the North Rockland infield around Santic on the mound.
That eliminates the threat of a double play now.
Two-two count on Menser with Daylight running on reserve.
I mean, these lights just came on out here.
And they're not field lights. In the dirt, runner coming home. It's 9-7.
Still only one out. Seems that everything that can go wrong is going wrong these
It's
last
a
couple at bats.
Murphy's Law kind of inning for North Rockland.
And a balk followed by a pass ball that allowed the advanced runner to score.
Another pitcher warming up in the North Rockland bullpen. Full count on Colby Menser. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a big second out for Santic and the Red Raiders. And of course, it all comes down to Isaac Lewis.
Yeah, I mean,
Lewis did not have his best day, started on the mound, gave up 7 of the 9 Red Raider runs in his 2 innings of work.
he could certainly make up for it
Yeah,
here.
one big swing here could make up for that. First pitch is a strike. Time called. 0-1 pitch. Hits the corner, 0-2. And the Tigers down to their last strike. They've rallied for 5 runs here in the bottom of the 7th to make it a 9-7 game. Pitch. Just got a piece to stay alive. I would say they've made North Rockland sweat, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
I don't think anybody's sweating in this weather.
That one fouled off the school building. On a more temperate day, they'd be making North Rockland sweat.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite the comeback in this last inning.
It'll be another 0-2 from Santic to Lewis. Just missed outside.
You definitely do not want to end the game on a punched out strike 3.
So hard to lay off in those situations.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, 2 strikes, anything that's close.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And North Rockland hangs on at the end to win 9-7. They absorb a 5-run rally in the 7th inning by Mamaroneck to pick up the win and start the season 1-0. So for those of you who tuned in live, I hope you stuck around because the ending was certainly worth sticking around for.
Yes, it was.
Those of you who are on the rebroadcast, make sure you stick around for the post-game show coming up after this. Once again, thank you to those who tuned in live to our first regular season live broadcast on LMC Varsity Sports. It took us 11 years to do it. Glad we could get there. Once again, Tom Sacco, I'm Rob Moretti. Back on the postgame show, joined by Tigers coach Mike Schiaparelli following a 9-7 season opening loss. Coach, team went down 7-0 early, but you've got to be proud of how they were able to hold things down in the middle innings and then nearly come back there in that 7th.
I think the relievers came in, did a really good job, gave us a chance, and I like the spirit of them battling back and putting the time run to the plate, down 7 going to the last inning. That's a pretty good job.
On the flip side, though, you did go down 7-0 in that game early. That's not exactly the way you want to open your season.
Having 5 errors in the first 2 innings against a program of their stature is usually not going to yield very good results. So we know we have to come out and want the ball and want to make the plays early in the game, and it costs us. You know, once you give a good team like that and that kind of a pitcher, that kind of a cushion, you relax and they cruise to the middle innings. And then we got a little gusto there and we went after him and we almost got a chance to come back. I was hoping for Isaac's first career home run right there.
And you were telling me before we went on that you have a couple more games in the next couple of days, so a lot of opportunities coming up real soon to try to correct the errors from today and still try to hit the ground running early in the season.
That's right. The big thing is go out there. You got 0-0 in baseball and we start again tomorrow and get a win tomorrow. That's what I'm going to try and do.
Rob Moretti here back in the postgame show with Tom Sacco after Mamaroneck drops the season opener 9-7 to North Rockland. Tom, we saw a little bit of everything in this game. The Tigers struggled early on. They went down 7-0. Peter Jacob Ferraro came in 2 2/3 scoreless innings of relief, kind of settled things down. The Tigers nearly pulled off the comeback there in the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job battling back. They never seemed out of it. They never seemed downtrodden and everything. The relief pitchers did a great job, and they were just 1 or 2 runs away. Had 1 or 2 plays gone differently, could have been a different result.
And still early in the season, earlier than we've even seen this team historically. Last week of March is a bit early for some opening games, but we've got a full slate here. So for Mamaroneck, they got 2 games the next 2 days, as we were talking to Coach Schaap about. So definitely an opportunity here for them to kind of put this one behind them and try to remember the ending portion of the game more than the beginning.
Right. I mean, like you said, you take away those first 2 innings, they won. They won the rest of that game. So, that's the silver lining, the positive that you take out of that, and definitely what they'll use going forward. Baseball, you got to have a short memory, so it can turn things around real fast.
And we'll see them in a couple weeks' time here on LMC Varsity Sports. That'll do it for us today on LMC Varsity Sports here at Manchester Field. The executive director of LMC TV is Matt Sullivan. The assistant director is Dina Schumacher. And the community sports producer is me, Rob Moretti. The camera on today's game, Francisco Farisi and Steven Briante. One more time alongside Tom Sacco. I'm Rob Moretti. Thanks for watching, and stick around for much more this season on LMC Varsity Sports.
If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, contact us for more information.